Yeah, it's nice. It's nice. I put a little work in. Well, we had a couple weeks off. Like I said, Rolling Iowa is back. We're better than ever. I'm excited about this television program.
It's a graphic and a little jingle.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
You got your own theme music, too. Yeah.
I'm glad to be back.
So, Tim, Orange Bowl, man.
Yeah.
We were just talking about, first of all, the fact we got the Orange Bowl. You got any thoughts on that? Versus,
I think oranges smell as sweet as roses. That's all I got.
Well, yeah. Once you're past, that's a good point. I mean, once you're past Rose Bowl, does it really matter? Like you were saying, BCS.
Yeah, I think it's just important. I think it's great that we got a BCS bid.
Absolutely.
There's only 10 teams in the country that can say that. These are the elite bowls.
Yeah.
And
on January 5th, 7 o'clock at night, our Iowa time. Our game's going to come on television. It's the only college football game in the country.
It's going to be watched nationwide.
The entire nation is watching. The Hawkeyes playing a BCS game. And you're right, 10 teams play in BCS bowls, 5 teams win them.
I'm very happy. I'm very satisfied with this team.
Hawkeyes,
Absolutely. I'm
if
proud
we can win a BCS
Peacock.
bowl game, I believe we will finish the year probably ranked number 6 in the polls. And you talk about truly joining the elite ranks of college football.
So, Tim, what do you know about Georgia Tech? Anything?
Well, I've watched them a couple times, and they've got that power running game that the coach brought over from Navy, and they don't do a lot of passing. It's that triple option thingy. Their quarterback is big and strong. He's hard to take down, but I think even who said it? The old Cowboys football coach when they were on Fox.
Jimmy
Johnson. They were talking about the game. He said, "You give Ferentz." I'm sorry, there's a baby crying in the back. You give Ferentz a month to prepare, and they're going to be able to figure this
Absolutely.
out. Figure out how to stop.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Offense.
I feel great about this game. And I'll tell you why. Is Norm Parker. I think he's going to crack the code again. I think they're going to look at this and they're going to say, "We got these guys."
Well, I need to say something now. I'm worried about this game.
Oh,
I hate to say it, but I'm going to tell you why.
John.
Listen, I'm not saying I don't think we're going to win. I believe we will. I believe we're in for one of these heart attack games. We're going to have to battle and fight, but it's not going to be easy. And here's why I'm worried about it.
Okay.
Against Michigan this year, when they brought in that Denard Robinson, I don't know if you remember. Late
right
in
at
the
the
game.
end. Yeah, right at the end.
They did not throw a pass. They went
bring
straight
him
down
in.
the
He
field
goes
and
right
scored
down
a
the
touchdown.
field. Well, he's a tricky guy, though.
Yeah.
He's a tricky guy.
Later in the season, when we played Northwestern, I admit I was relieved when Northwestern's backup quarterback was going to be playing against us. We had more trouble with him than we did with Kafka, the starter, because all he did was run left, run right, and he was gashing us. Now, I'm not trying to spread negativity. I think we're going to be okay, but I am concerned about it, and we are going to have to be at our best.
Absolutely. Tim, you got a reaction to that one, buddy?
Yeah, I'm sorry. I think one thing, my thought on that is that in both of those situations, we're talking about a backup, somebody who we weren't preparing for per se.
True.
Yeah, that's right.
This time, this will be our complete focus.
All right. Good point.
That's good.
Good
That's
point.
good.
I needed that.
All right, Timmy. So listen, we will talk to you next week. You have a good week in Chicago, okay, buddy?
Okay, just one thing.
Yeah.
We do have a listener out there, Chris Bryant, who on Facebook has
Chris
asked
Bryant.
me for
Fantastic.
The web link to the show. So
that is awesome.
Put that out
Chris,
there.
thank you.
Let us know what
we love it.
the website is.
That's good. Thanks, buddy.
Okay, take
All right,
care.
we'll see you. Go Hawks, buddy.
All right, go Hawks.
Go Hawks.
Bye-bye.
You know Chris Bryant, another guy.
Chris Bryant. He's a great guy. Grew up right down the street from me. Go Chris Bryant.
Another guy.
He's a true Hawk, though.
Was always nice to me.
Yeah. And Chris Bryant is a sweetheart. He is a sweet guy, man.
Great person.
Sweet guy. You know who else I'm a fan of? Nicholas. The little brother. He's a nice guy, too.
Yeah.
He's a great guy.
And his
Okay,
parents,
so-
his parents are good people.
Oh, yeah. Of course. His parents and my parents, they have breakfast once a month up at the Midtown.
Still?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, with, I think, Susan Kane's parents.
I ran
Are the Canes?
into Mrs. Bryant recently, and
Yeah.
she was so happy to
Bev?
see me. You know what? And I tell you what, she gave me the warmest greeting, and it just makes you feel good inside to be.
Tim said he ran into Chris.
Chris
And
Bryant.
Chris was excited about the show, and I'm not
teaching
I'm not surprised.
In inner city Detroit.
You know,
and you want to talk about a
yeah.
guy that walks the walk. There's a guy
He does walk the walk.
Teaches in an inner city Detroit
Especially when
high
he's got
school.
that thing that he used to wear on his knee.
Very
for soccer.
Well,
he had that thing he wore, like sort of fortify his knee or something.
Yeah.
He had something wrong with his knee that one year.
Sure.
All right, so we've got another call, and we got a call from our buddy Skeebee
All
in
right.
Denver, and we're going to talk to Skeebee right here, and it's a little thing we do every week, and it's called Skeebee's Keys to the Game.
Wait a minute, was that the same music for Tim?
No. They each have their own theme. What's up, Skeebee?
Hello.
How you doing, buddy?
I'm doing good.
I love to hear that hello. I love to hear that hello every week. So how's Denver, buddy?
Oh, Denver's doing good. We had some bad weather, but things have improved.
We got it just 2 days after you. It shut down the town. No school for 2 days.
How is little Miami Reed doing?
Miami Reed. Miami
How's
Reed.
little Miami?
Little Lucy is doing just fine.
Little Lucy's doing good?
Good.
That's
She's
good.
1 month old now, turned month old on Friday. So.
That's great. That's great. So have you been watching the Hawkeye basketball games with her?
Whenever they're on. They're not all on here. Like the last two haven't been on, but I caught 3 or 4 of the early ones.
Well, Skeebee, okay, real quick, we're going to talk. I want to talk about basketball with you, so let's go through this. But we got to talk to you about the bowl game, Skeebee, Orange Bowl, man, coming up. What are your thoughts, pal? What do you think?
Well, I'm excited
Yeah,
that we're in a BCS bowl.
absolutely.
It would have been nice to have gotten to play
I'm very
Boise
proud.
State, but you got to play who they pitch you against. So
I don't even like those corn chips. You know what I mean? I like Fritos, chili cheese.
you like the Fritos instead.
I'm not going to eat those other ones. I'm not.
Yeah.
For a while.
Okay. So what do you think, Skeebee? Do you like the matchup? Are you concerned? Do you think it favors us? Do you have any initial thoughts?
Well, I think Georgia Tech they run that triple option, and I think that will cause some issues just because that always causes issues with teams that aren't used to facing that.
Sort of
But,
something that
given the
you're
fact
echoing
that
a
we
little
have-
bit, Skeebee, something a concern that John had earlier in the program. So you think that defensively that's going to give us fits all day, or you think that it'll give us fits for? Because my theory was to be, okay, fine, it might give us fits for a while, but then we will crack the code and shut it down. The question is, for me, will it have done too much damage at that point? I mean, if you're going to take sort of the more glass half empty way of looking at the game, what do you think, Skeebee?
I think it'll give us trouble for the whole game, just for the fact that, like I said, it's unusual. But that's not saying that they're going to dominate the game. It's just one of those styles of football that they're going to get you every once in a while, running that triple option.
Yeah.
But I think our defense is going to play well enough, and the fact that Georgia Tech's defense is not very good, and our offense is going to be healthy finally. I think we'll be able to control the football.
Well, I think you're hitting on it right there. After the long layover, getting Stanzi back from injury, hey, can our offense sustain drives? We are going to have to sustain drives and score some points.
Yeah,
we cannot go
absolutely.
3 and out.
No,
we
no.
cannot turn the ball over. We cannot give them pick 6 free points in this game, and we
You're
can't
right.
because that is going to keep our defense out on the field. We need to sustain drives, get some good time of possession, and get our defense rested.
Well, yeah, the question is the quarterback position, how are we going to perform there? And the other question that I have, is more of a sort of a whole, looking at the whole game as a whole. And my question is, how do they feel about us? I mean, that's what I would be interested sort of to find
They
out.
think we're a joke.
There, that perfect. See, that's good.
Everybody, I've checked out like ESPN and everything, and of course everybody's like, "Oh, Georgia Tech's going to kill them because
Yeah.
they're
Nice.
Iowa,"
Nice. Yeah, we're not getting any respect once again. Still,
which is fine. That's fine. We're not
Yeah,
going
it's
to get any
fine, yeah.
respect one way or the other. So
that's true.
Well, we are just sitting there in such a wonderful position. If we win this football game, it's like we
It'll
said,
look good, and
10 teams make the BCS, 5 teams win BCS bowl games. We have a tremendous opportunity here.
I tell you one thing: we are going to have a huge crowd advantage because Georgia Tech has like 0 fan base.
That's what I mean. So it's like they're not. They feel like they should have been higher. They're pouting. You know what I mean? It's like we could
Well,
really
it's not
come
even
in there
that.
and just
It's,
kill them.
Georgia
I mean,
Tech
what I'm
is
thinking
in
of is
Atlanta,
that Florida
Georgia,
game
and
a few years
that's
back.
It's
Remember
just
that
a place where everybody is interested in anything but Georgia Tech football.
one? Right. Yeah. And so it's like,